Way back in the 50s when I was in school. I had a teacher in the 6th grade. Her name was Mrs. Bailey. And she was an asshole. And I wrote a song years later called Mrs. Blaileen. Because I didn't want to say Mrs. Bailey because I didn't want, I didn't want to get in trouble with the law, with the man. But I figure she's dead by now, so I'm saying Mrs. Bailey now. She was always actually pretty cool to me, but man, she was an asshole too. This one buddy of mine, a fellow by the name of John Ford, who was just, I knew him since kindergarten, and he was a good guy, but he was just a little slow. He was kind of like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. I mean, he was just slow. And he had this friend, Rommel. Him and Rommel used to hang out all the time. And Rommel moved away, and he would always walk down to the bay. We lived it was a few miles, but he'd walk down to the bay every day to go fishing. He was a fishing fool. A guy could fish. Settle down there, Charlie. But anyway, one day he was walking home from one of his fishing trips, and this kid, Peter, who also, I changed all their names in the song, but I'm telling you all their names because I figured it out. He stopped him, and Peter was always kind of a dick. He was one of these guys, he was a younger kid, but when he was with a group of guys, he thought he was a badass and he would fuck with people. So he decided to fuck with John. And John kind of freaked out. He's being bullied, he's being slapped around. And he reached in his back pocket and grabbed his fishing knife and just lunged forward, and he ended up killing Peter. And it was a tragic story, but I always went, Peter was kind of a dick. He was a bully, and he was asking for it. And unfortunately, John got sent away with, everybody in the neighborhood, and, my cousin was a giant guy, wanted to kick his ass and all that shit, but I always kind of felt bad for John. But so anyway, I wrote this song. Listen.